Good morning. Welcome to the mountains. So, I have a tad bit of a controversial subject. And it's a subject that is like all the rage right now, especially with our current administration. Narcissism. Narcissism. Okay. There are a shit ton of victim channels out there. A ton of them, all saying how there was this narcissist who was super evil, he's demon possessed, or she's demon possessed, and you're the super empath, and you're the only one that could defeat them. And okay, as someone who's been in a narcissistic relationship, I want to say that that is all bullshit. It is bullshit. These channels that they're like victimy, they take the victim side and they don't hold them accountable for anything. Well, now you're doing the same thing that a narcissist does. You're not taking any accountability. It's fucking bullshit. And so if you want to fix what's happening with you, not with the narcissistic person, but with you, you can't fucking be a victim, okay? I am not a victim. I am somebody who experienced narcissism in a relationship. But I certainly ain't no victim. Fuck you. I am in control of my own health and well-being, not somebody else. And so I talked to some people that I was not in relationships but did suffer from cluster B and had a narcissistic along with borderline and some antisocial personality traits, but they were working on themselves. And they were able to give me a lot more insight into what goes through, the narcissistic mindset, and what my role was in that relationship, I can't talk, in contributing to it. Like, what did I do? Okay, so my part was I just kept taking them back. They would go away and they would cheat, and then they would come back a couple of years later, and this happened over a long period of time. Well, that's my fault. I let them come back, and I conditioned them to for that to be okay. So that became a part of their lives, and then I took it away. Well, what happens like when someone's become addicted, to that supply, and now you've taken it away? They go a little bonkers, right? That's a normal response. And then they go through all of the things that happen, and narcissistic collapse and all that other kind of shit. And it's going to be aimed at me, right? It's going to be aimed at the person who had the relationship with them, because that's how that goes. And you know what? You're just going to have to deal with it. Yeah, and it could last a while. Like, every time they see you, it could re-trigger them, and most likely they will take the entire situation and flip it around, and now it's your fault. You're the narcissist. You did everything wrong. And I'm not saying that somebody who was in a narcissistic relationship wasn't codependent, because my ex would say that to me all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck does that, like, I thought codependent meant I depended on other people to survive, like, in my day-to-day world. And I'm like, I don't, like, I was super independent. Like, I didn't know what that meant. No, you depend on other people for your personality. And I'm like people pleasing and things like that. And I was like, oh, okay, so I don't do that shit no more. No, there's gone one. Um, but there are lots of different people out there that speak on narcissism, like Dr. Romani, Dr. Joe Dispenza, Cluster B Milkshake. Who's the British guy? You know who I'm talking about. Sam Vaknin. He's not the British guy. He got in a fight with the British guy. Richard Grannon. That's the guy. Okay. Lee Hammock. There's like so many of them out there. And but I don't, the ones that say, you defeated him because you're a super empath, and his energy or her energy was so low they let demons in. Okay, that's taking accountability away from that person. That is basically telling that person that there is nothing that they can do about it, and that's bullshit. Like, I know that if I'm taking accountability for something, then if I'm responsible for making it, I can unmake it. Nobody's in control of me. I can do it. I am not a fucking victim. Nope. No. So, okay, that's my 2 cents on it. If you've been in a narcissistic relationship and you're on your healing journey, I'm not trying to criticize you in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying, if you're listening to a channel that is supporting you being a victim, maybe you want to look at something different. I really like Sarah from Cluster B Milkshake because she will fucking lay it on you. She'll be like, oh yeah? Well, here's what you did. And that's super fucking helpful because I can do something about that. You know, you can't change other people. They're just going to do what they're going to do. But you can change you. So, I don't know. If you've been like listening to those victim channels for years and years and years and nothing's changing, maybe try something different. You know, I am not a victim. Nope.